still like, they was filming and I got to see like what VH1 really does behind the scenes, and it just let me know how scripted reality TV is. So I put that shit out there.
So they be like,
script.
So what you gonna do, right?
Yeah, real nigga talk.
You gonna act like you accidentally touched her titty.
Real nigga talk.
Trying to get that rose together.
Real talk.
On her left titty.
Real talk.
And she gonna act like she's screaming and hollering like, I know you did touch my titty.
Real
talk. We fighting this bitch.
I'll tell you like this. As far as like,
just came up with the whole reality show,
and she could. You
I'm
could
a
sell
reality
it.
show bias. I'm a walking reality.
I'll even tell you. I run with a bunch of like tattoo artists. Like if you look at Ink Master.
Wait, we need to interrupt you because you got the tats on the arm, and I see a gorilla on the arm too.
I got many gorillas. Trust me. But all these are my designs. Like if you go on my shit and you see this is so you motherfuckers don't take my designs. I have my designs tattooed on me, so none of y'all can take my shit. You see this? You see that? You'll see that. Like all my shit is tattooed on me.
Put a video on it.
All my shit is tattooed on me, so you cannot steal my shit. And it's trademark. Plus, I got good lawyers.
Don't fuck.
He plugged the lawyers again.
Got to, man. Got to plug my lawyers, man.
Jacoby and Myers.
That's it.
Throwing out random names.
Right. I don't know who they are, but all right.
That's the most famous ones. Or Science and Kurt.
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live on BeExposedRadio.com. It's me, your host, Nate, here live on this Friday, April the 15th. So today, Amma won't be here with us. We'll have artist, accessory, stylist, business owner, Miss Sam Smith of New Vintage by SamSmith.com. She'll be joining us shortly. For this first segment, just a couple announcements. The open house here at Be Exposed, the second open house here at Be Exposed will be on May 14th from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Definitely come out for some awesome networking, some live promoting on air, refreshments. We have a live DJ and much more. It's being sponsored by Sabrina Williams of Sisters. Oh my God, it just went out my head. Sisters in Strength. Thank you, Jabril. Her organization will be sponsoring this event, so definitely come out. You can get on air live and promote your business or your service or your product or your next event. So definitely come out. The event is from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. We'll be broadcasting live that entire time here. So definitely a lot of artists that come through, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of business owners, a lot of our past guests will be joining us. And if you want to be on the show and you want to see what Be Exposed is about, if you want to start your own show, definitely come on by and say hello to us and check out the studio. We're at 110 East Lexington Street at the Courtside Professional Building, Suite 200. So definitely come by. We'll have some refreshments, some giveaways, so on and so forth. A couple exhibitors that will be displaying their work and their craft and their products and services that you can check out. Supporters, if you want to donate and you're not able to come by, definitely, first of all, you can still tune in and call in and shout out your business or your service or anything like that, 410-702-5657, or you can text us that day of between 12 and 5 if you're not able to make it, or if you are not in the DMV area and cannot get to us that day, you can definitely still tune in. We'll be live streaming live from YouTube. Probably will be some live streaming from Facebook. So check out all of the radio show pages, Gangsta Goddess, Be Inspired, Weird Radio, Talk Lately, Power, the Happy Hour, and of course the Artist Exchange Radio Show. If you would like to support any of the specific shows, if you have a favorite show on the station, say the Artist Exchange Radio Show, or the station at large, you can definitely support. Go to our Eventbrite page and go to BeExposedRadio.com open house, and you'll see a list of opportunities for you to be able to donate any amount. No amount is big or small. Your support is greatly appreciated in helping us to keep this platform available to all the artists and community leaders and entrepreneurs and people to have a voice. Part of what we're doing here at the Artist Exchange is expanding, and we are looking for new shows, new opportunities. So definitely come by on that day. And like I said, if you want to just support in general, whether you come or not, definitely hit our Eventbrite page up, and you can donate to a specific show or to the station at large. And if you're looking to be a vendor that day, you can definitely still purchase your spot on that and register to become an exhibitor. The cost is $50. With your $50 exhibitor fee, you will also get a 30-day commercial that will run for the entire month, for an entire month or 30 days, depending on when you would like to start it. And it will run throughout the day. This is a 24-hour station. There's always something planned out. We have 7 shows. Hopefully we'll have at least 10 more by the end of June. We're looking to have a couple more shows join our roster, so definitely hit us up. If you would like to be a host and you are looking for a station that gives you some flexibility, and we are a unified station, definitely hit us up. You can call us at 410-702-5657. Call us now, let us know who you are, and then I'll take down your information. Or you can email us for any information or questions that you may have at info@beexposedradio.com. We're open and ready to take you. And if you have a show idea, or if you already have a show and you want to just bring it over to Be Exposed, either way, we're here to help you out and make it an easy, smooth transition for you. Also, go to the Facebook page, either the Artist Exchange or the Be Exposed fan page, or any of the other shows on our station, and join the Facebook event so you can be counted and counted for, and so we can definitely know that you're coming out. Share it, like it with all your friends. Invite as many other people as you want. It's open to the community. It's no cost. You just come on out and you support, show your support, and see what we are all about here at BeExposedRadio.com. Like I said, don't forget that we are live streaming. So if you cut in or cut out of this show at any time and you don't catch the entire show, you can go to Be Exposed and check us out and listen to the entire shows and past shows here on Be Exposed, and check out some of the shows that you may not know a lot about. I cover donations and exhibitor fees. And don't forget, with that exhibitor fee, you can get a 30-day, 30-second commercial that will run for the entire month, for an entire month. So you will definitely get the message out about your business. We have some awesome marketing and branding and promotional packages here for you to promote your business, your brand, your products and services, or your next event. Very affordable, cost-effective packages that can fit anybody's budget or any business's budget. So definitely hit us up, info@Be Exposed. Put promotion and marketing in the subject box so we can get right back to you with those with that information. The topic for today is the art of business. Again, we'll have Miss Sam Smith of New Vintage by Sam Smith, by Sam.com. She'll be joining us today and telling us a lot about her business, her work, her art. She's been doing a lot in the world of styling lately. She has a show, a couple shows that she does at Hotel RL, along with the Artist Exchange Radio Show. So you can check out Hotel RL and see that schedule, or go to her page, Sam Smith, and check out where she is in the town. And she does a lot of pop-up shops. Her jewelry and accessories can be found in a couple shops, and she does a lot of vending and, like I said, pop-up shops. So you'll get a lot more information on her once she gets here. I have some great questions for her. I'm a big fan of her jewelry. She makes some awesome bracelets that I love, real blinged out. She's really fashion forward and has a really eclectic sense of style. So she'll be joining us in the third segment. In the second segment, we'll be getting a glimpse of, I forgot what I'm actually playing. Am I playing Tevin Brown? He was one of our past fire starters at the live interviewing session with the Artist Exchange Firestarter series at Hotel RL, and you'll get a taste of his awesome voice. He has a beautiful voice. He is a alumni of the Baltimore School of the Arts. Awesome young man, really positive, young, energetic, and very talented. He'll be joining a number of the alumni of the Arena Players Youth Theater at the series that they do once a month at the UB Blake Center with Troy Burton, the cabaret series, Ball and the Jack cast. They do this cabaret style show, and they do an awesome job at it. And they are a group of young people. They all started in some shape or fashion at the Arena Players Youth Theater, and they do an awesome cabaret style. I believe next month will be focused on James Brown, if I'm not mistaken. Last month was the late Natalie Cole. So they pick an artist and they do kind of mix up of their music and performance of it. Our own Tracy Jiggers is a part of that troupe as well. So definitely look out for it. Tomorrow we'll be playing some clips from last month, Actors Playground. The next one coming up will be the 26th of this month, featuring Radiance Pittman. She has a collection of scenes and skits and monologues from a number of plays. She does a activist style production where she performs various characters, and it's an awesome thing to watch. So definitely come on out to that, the Actors Playground. It's at 847 North Howard Street, courtesy of the UB Blake Center, and Troy Burton, the creative director at the UB Blake Center, has allowed us to come and help the artists have a space. The Actors Playground is basically an open mic for actors. We often try to go to other venues and do our monologues, and they look at us a little strange. So this venue is just for actors. Anybody can come out and watch and participate. If you got a monologue on your heart and you want to do one from a movie or play or TV, whatever it is, something you wrote yourself, definitely come on out and take part in it and just watch it. You can watch the first 2 episodes. We did like a slice up of some of the monologues and the features of that month. We did last month was Joshua Dixon. So if you go to YouTube or you go to our Facebook page, the Actors Playground of Maryland, you'll see some snippets of a lot of the monologues. We want to give you a taste of it because we want you to actually come out. With the Actors Playground, we'll have a number of monologues in our open mic series, and then we cut right to the featured act, and it would be a one person doing a number of monologues or a duet or a group. Our very first Actors Playground, we actually had a competition between Coppin versus Morgan. Morgan won, unfortunately, by 1 point. We'll be doing a redo of that one so they can really see the expansion and the depth of the Coppin actor teams. So definitely come out. We have a lot of fun. It's at the UB Blake Center, awesome venue for the arts. Many different classes going on there, including an awesome class by one of the Artist Exchange friends, Mr. Marquise Clanton. He does a voguing demonstration / exercise / demonstration class there every Sunday. So definitely come out. The last 2 Tuesday of every month, the Actors Playground at the UB Blake Center. There are a number of things going on. Right now, I'm doing a play with Cohesion Theater down in Hollandtown. I'll have the information. If you go to the Facebook page, you'll see the flyer. Directed by Roz Cawthon, produced by Cohesion Theater, Mr. Brad Norris, awesome guy who's doing a lot for independent artists in the city. So definitely check that out. It opens next Friday. I believe that's the 1st. Yeah, that's the 1st. So definitely come on out, and I'm in this. So come and see me act a fool. I love being on stage. I love theater, and this show is very important. It covers a lot of topics that includes police brutality, the community at large, and what is going on. And in this 1-year anniversary of Freddie Gray's arrest and subsequent death, it touches a lot of issues that we have been faced with directly here in Baltimore City. It's an awesome play. It's very uniquely written, and the Kaumba group that I'm a part of, we are a part of it. We have some new members, some guest members that are all performing in this. So if you're used to Kaumba's theater, come on out and check us out. We're going to take a quick break real quick. Like I said, the second segment, you'll be hearing the past last month's interview, actually February's interview with Mr. Tevin Brown. He performed a couple of songs, so you'll be hearing him for the next segment, and then we'll come right back with Miss Sam Smith of New Vintage by Sam Smith. So don't go anywhere. Take a break. Come right back. Stay tuned. We'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BExposedRadio.com. Peace.
Hey, there's my son. You've been in your room all morning.
Hey, Dad.
Matt, what's wrong with your voice?
There is nothing wrong with my voice.
Oh, well, it's just sort of.
I have been playing my video games and electronic games for so many hours.
Uh-huh. Well, it sounds like it might be time for you to take a break, or...
Hello, Dad.
Susan?
I have been watching TV and text messaging all morning. Yay, electronics. Yay, yay, yay.
Guys, I think it's about time to get in the car and take a little trip. Maybe see some trees, some green things.
What are these green things you speak of?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Get out to the forest and discover the wonders of nature with your family, just like Blue, Jewel, and the whole Rio flock.
Let the kids connect to their roots. It's going to be so much fun. Yeah! Woo-hoo!
Let's rock this jungle.
Yeah!
Fresh air.
What a glorious morning.
Clean water.
Woohoo! This is great.
And endless surprises.
Yo, this is untapped territory.
How amazing.
Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to.
Then what you're going to do is turn onto
Marcy
Marcy
and Brad
Avenue.
just broke up
and go past the first
apparently
3
she's
lights
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
Then
think
drive 5
she's
more
happy,
blocks
but
and you should be
who
there.
am I to judge, right?
Park on the right.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Football, you basically have a good 10 to 12 years, and that's what it is.
When you have a lot of people retiring early, it's funny. A lot of me and my alumni from UVA, where I graduated from, one of our fellow Wahoos, he retired yesterday, 32 years old. To Brigham Ferguson, and he's been in the league like 10 or 12 years. So like you said, a lot of guys are making that change on their own now because they're seeing a lot of things from the concussion movement,
right?
Stuff that's been happening. Is not the noun, it's the effects later, because you see different stories of men are in like their 50s and some are committing suicide because of the banging and the voices or the concussions. And
did you see that?
I haven't got a chance to see it. But
not the movie, but did you see those effects?
I have seen concussions in college where guys have played that whole entire game and didn't realize they was at a football game.
Wow.
But like before the big emphasis came about whole concussions and what's going on, we was taught you just run to the wall. You can't be soft. You shake it off and get back in it. So
the wrong attitude to have.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really internal. Like you really doing damage, not just to your bones,
right,
but to your mind.
Everything.
Right.
And later on down the line, because just like you said, once the game is over, when you've been in a game and you think about it, because I tell people the NFL, any sports, whether it's male or female, is a semi-military because you're told when to get up, when to work out, what to eat, when to play. All right, now you got a curfew, you got to be in the bed by this time. You do it for years and years, and all of a sudden, bam, it's done. So what do you do?
Right.
So just like in a military to have PTSD.
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now.
Baby, I hurt myself as well. Is there any way for a man to carry on? Do you think I want my loved one gone? Said I love you. More than you'll ever know. No more than you'll ever know. But I wasn't making much money. In my picture twins. But it all to you, baby, yeah. And that I never spent one cent, no. Yeah. So anyway, for a man to carry on, yeah. Do you think I want my loved one gone? So I love you more than you'll ever know. Oh, more than you'll ever know. Now listen to this. I'm not trying to be you can love, trust, and understand. Oh, I know that I can be a part of you that no one else can see. But I just gotta hear you say that it's alright.
Yes,
oh, I'm on the flesh and blood. But I can be anything that you demand. I can be king of everything, yeah. Or I can be just a tiny grain of sand. Tell me, is there any way for a man to carry on? Till you think I want my love for God? Said I love you. Love you, baby. Oh yeah, yes I do. Listen, said I don't want nobody else. I don't need nobody else. Oh, I just gotta have you for myself. Cause this is the reason why they said I love you. Oh, baby. Oh, yes, I do. Said I love you, yeah. I want you. Oh, baby, I love you, love you, love you, love you. More than you'll ever I'll be one more time, you know? Come on. All right, two more. Okay. So this is one from one of my favorite songwriters ever in the world, Stevie Wonder. Right, called Overjoyed. Something I love to do. This is a really fun song. I actually sang it for the boys who didn't accept me, so we have power with the boys. So, here we go. Over time, I've been building my castle of love. Just for two, though you never knew you were my reason. I've come much too far for you now say that I've got to throw my castle away over a dream. I have pitched out a perfect come true. Though you never knew this was of you, I've been dreaming. Sandman has come too far away for you to say come at some other day. And though you don't believe that they do come true. Lord, did my dreams to when I looked at you, and maybe too if you would believe that you too might be overjoyed over love over me. Over hearts I have painfully turned every soul. Going just to find what I found, the search to discover. Come much too far for me now out to find the love that I sought may never be mine. And though you don't believe that they do come true. Forget my dreams to an island petty. They make it to if you would believe that you too might be overjoyed, over love, over me. And though they all say improbable, until they know, for in romance, what you love needs is a chance. And maybe with the chance you might find you too I'm overjoyed, over love, over you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, so I got one more. I was talking about so much social turmoil in Baltimore earlier in the interview, and this last song I feel like it's something that really speaks to it. I think at times like this, we really need to look back to the elders and the ones that can face things that are harder than this, and see what their reaction was in order for us to understand what our reaction should be. It's just like a little social point, not actors or anything, but it's a song from Sam Cooke called "Change Is Gonna Come." I think it's got a big message for today, actually. Hope you guys enjoy it.
I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, and just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know the change will come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid I'm gonna die. 'Cause I don't know what's up there, no, way up beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming. Oh, but I know the change will come. Oh, yes, it will. Well, I go to the movie and I go downtown, and people around there keep telling me don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know the change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, won't you help me believe? But then my brother, he winds up knocking me right back down on my knees. Oh, there been times when I thought that I wouldn't last too long, but I know that I'm able to carry on. Oh, it's been a long time coming, but I know that a change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom.
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh. There's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Wait. Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, huh?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hey, everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show.
I'm just thankful this year I've dealt with, some growing pains, and I've overcome some things, and I've also, accomplished some things in the process. I've learned some things. I've learned I learned that everybody loves your work until they got to pay for it. That's what I learned. That's what I learned. I learned everybody loves what you do. I mean,
not always.
Listen, the Bible says money answereth all things.
Well,
okay, and there is a place. There is a place where finances is necessary. And when you got kids and when you got a wife and then you doing everything and you top dog at what you do, especially when you weren't in the same place like with this radio show, you ain't in the same place you were a year ago. Should nobody be coming on the show and not donating to your show?
Can you say that on my show?
You're listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
hey, everybody. Welcome to the Be Inspired radio show. Only on
Who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward,
this
but believe me,
flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now. Welcome back. Having an awesome conversation here with Miss Sam Smith of New Vintage by SmithSam.com.
Yeah.
She's an awesome young lady. I met her a couple years ago during a vending event, and I actually have a bracelet, and I realized in that moment that it was yours.
Yes.
And it was crazy because it's awesome meeting the actual artist in events and then actually meeting them, and then I got to see the vast collection of your work. And it was, my friend had met you and had so much to say about you. And then to actually meet you and then see that you can actually live up to it was awesome to me.
Thank you.
So this is Miss Sam Smith. Let us know where we can find you, all the locations of your various drop-off points of your specialties.
Well, you can find me online, of course. My website is www.newvintagebysam.com. I am also on Instagram under New Vintage by Sam. And Sam styled you because I do wardrobe styling as well. So.
She also has a, how many times a month do you do Hotel RL?
Oh, no, I just do that maybe once every 3 months.
Okay.
So once or twice every 3 months. So I'm going to just be a little bit more consistent with that. But so
it allows you to get outside of your norm.
It does.
Being there, because I thought I had this down to a T, but to be there, you're open. Anything could happen, and it does, and you have to roll with the punches. So
absolutely.
Where do you think that venue will take you outside of just giving you more marketing promotion?
Just more comfort in being able to talk about something that I love to do. Just an opportunity to be able to, like I said, run my mouth and just be able to just develop great speaking skills and calm those quote unquote fears that I have about, and you know what? I guess it's not even fears anymore. I'm just wanting to make sure that I'm proficient in public speaking. So
that's the perfection in you.
Yeah.
That's the perfection.
Yeah.
Sometimes you mess up, but you gotta keep it moving.
You do. I just don't. I like to be able to, because when you get up in front of people, sometimes you can kind of ramble in university.
Because you got so much on your mind.
Yeah, you do. So I'm getting better at just like developing a system when I speak to a large group of folks. Just organizing my thoughts better and just committing everything to paper so that it's just a seamless speaking engagement.
So just jumping right into the conversation, which came first, the business or the art?
The art. The art was always there. The art was there when I was a little kid, pissing my mom off because I was
cutting up your clothes.
Cutting up my clothes, putting pictures on the wall. Like I had a massive collage on my wall. I used to read Right On magazines a lot, sister to sister. So I would cut out. I would cut out the pictures of Immature and all that good stuff and just put it together on a cool collage and hang it up in my room. Then I would watch ETV, the style shows that would be on there, like What Not to Wear and everything. I would be there sketching, drawing. Yep.
I knew my mother actually told me she knew because I would go through the magazines and just with a regular pen and redesign and do people makeup or add on to their clothes.
Nice.
And I was just bored as the only child. And she said that's how she knew something was creative was about to come out.
It's funny how that works. I'm looking at my daughter now. She's only 6 months and she is into music. I can tell she's gonna be into music. When you sing to her, she stops what she's doing. She just looks at you what is that voice? She just does not want you to stop, and then she'll even try to mimic the sound. I'm like, oh yeah, girl, we're gonna nurture that voice.
So you're more on the visual art side. Have you ever been on any other aspects of the arts?
Writing is my thing. It's not something that I put out there. I believe in college I did do a pageant, and I performed an original poem, and it was kind of rooted in a breakup that I had just gone through.
Okay, tell us.
Right. So I had to get my Mary J on and get that out of my system. But I mean, I love everything. I love to paint. Of course, that's a visual art. Photography. Just anything that allows me to be able to create and just kind of put my own spin on it.
So how did the business then come? I mean, obviously owning your own business, but where did the business start?
I got tired of working for everyone else. And I was like, I feel like I can start something. I feel like I'm totally fine with being consistent enough with this to be able to build something bigger than myself. And I always knew I want to be able to make pieces that people would wear. I always knew that when I was younger. I had a sketchbook this thick of just drawings, and I was like, I wanted to do that, and I was like, well, in order to do that, you really have to establish a business. You have to get any kind of logistics and legal stuff taken care of. So I was just like, what year was it? I want to say 2007. I did start my first company, which was Superficial Glamour.
Mm-hmm.
And then slowly but surely, I got into more of the jewelry design.
So you're known for specifically the bracelets, but I'm learning now you do more styling and you have other accessories and things that you want to present to the world. Where will we get to see that more expanded brand, or how will that unfold itself in the next couple years or so?
It's coming about now. I mean, you'll see me have a lot more presence with a lot of the local boutiques. For instance, Key Piece, I just left there. They have a dress drive today. Not a dress drive. It's actually young girls who are in need of a prom dress.
Okay.
Yep, can go pick out a prom dress. So just aligning myself with different businesses that allow me to focus more on that aspect of it, which is the wardrobe styling, is what I'm doing currently. So sowing those seeds for me to be able to build upon that, increase my clientele, and then just reinvest into the styling portion. I'm sorry, not styling portion, the actual fashion design portion.
Okay.
So you'll be seeing a lot more wardrobe styling and all that other stuff within the next couple years.
Do you sew, or you are just the idea?
I can sketch. I can put it down on paper, but execution is just not my thing. And truth be told, I don't want to do that. That takes so much time. I would rather just get with an artist that I trust and can develop a relationship with and get those out of my
Now, I want to ask you what your style is, because every time I see you, you are a completely different person. So we just saw each other in the eye doctor, and you were speaking to me, and I really had no clue who was talking.
You were so sweet, though. You played it so cool. Look, you gave me the okey doke, honey. I was like,
that's the actor in me. I try to be personal, but I know. But you just look completely different every time I see you.
Yeah, you know what? And I don't even focus on trying to look different every time. I just try to focus on making my outfit for that day look dope. I just want to feel comfortable.
And it be the full package. She doesn't skip a section.
Thank you. Man, and especially now that I'm a new mom, I'm like, I gotta make sure that my situation is, when I look in the mirror, I do not feel like blah. So, I mean, I don't know. I like my brand's name. I honestly feel like I'm new vintage. I'm simple, classic, sophisticated. I can cover a wide range of eras, just kind of mixing from different times and putting it together into a classic.
What does your closet look like? My dream closet, I finally got, I'm going to say 60-75% of my dream closet.
Nice.
But how not as far as even the product, but just the size of the closet itself. But
I wish my husband was here. He would be like, bruh.
He probably about to call it. Give us a call, 410-702-5657. But how does that, because I love just being able to stand in the closet and just pick something.
Yeah. I have a pretty large closet. I've got
Is it a room really?
It is. Yeah. It is. And then I have clothes and accessories and bins, and then it's just overwhelming. I'm actually going through a great purge right now because I just have to give stuff away.
How do you do? It's hard. I have to just throw it away in that moment. I can't wait for somebody to pick it up or wait to be able to, because it's gonna go right back in my closet.
See, I just said if I haven't worn it in 8 to 12 months, then I'm going to get rid of it. If I haven't worn it in 6 months, then I have to wear it within the next 4 months or 6 months. So I just try to get a system going so I can get some crap out. And then that allows me to get new cool stuff. So
I don't believe it. I want to see the stuff that because it's going to be on the table. She's going to have all.
I will say I have regretted when I gotten rid of some pieces. I'm like, damn it. I should have not given away that sequin situation.
That's why you gotta think about it for a second. Just let it sit in the lower living room for a second, and then look at it enough. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back here with Miss Sam Smith, Miss New Vintage, in a few moments. Just don't go anywhere. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Be Inspired.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
So we're gonna get a little bit into the album with Miss Amira and learn the basis of it, the Banji soul of it all. So let us know, first of all.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree
It's huge!
is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing.
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, it's Monty, the executive producer here at BeExposedRadio.com, and I'm here to talk about my show. I know, how selfish, right? Talk Lately with me, Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. So what do we talk about on this show? I can tell you this, there has never been a show that I have gotten completely through the full agenda because our topics, our conversations are just that damn good. I cover politics, gossip, entertainment, and hey, I love a good panel discussion. Hey, get a group of people in here and let us debate it out. That is the best thing in the world. Not to mention, I take calls and texts, and I'll debate with you too. So why don't you get involved and be heard? What's that old adage? Closed mouths don't get fed. That says it all. So join me every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com. Call me at 410-702-5657. You can text at 443-642-9403. And don't forget to be heard and vote in our weekly poll right on the website. Check it out.
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now.
Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live on BeExposedRadio.com. We're here today with Miss Sam Smith of New Vintage. Today's topic is the art of business. And Miss Sam Smith is an awesome, very meticulous business person. I see her out a lot in different facets of this business, doing what she does best, vending, exhibiting, pop-up shops, and just infusing herself in the business as far as networking. So the next step I'm going to get to is the networking. Was that an easy thing for you to do, or was it something that you naturally already was doing?
I don't know. I feel like I've gotten better at networking because I am kind of like a little bit of a, I don't want to say homebody, but I say to myself a lot. And I don't know if that has to do with like kind of almost being the only child, but not really being the only, I don't know. But I'm totally fine with playing in the corner with my own toys. So it's like, I've gotten much better at just getting out, interacting, because like I said, I'm fine with being in the house painting, making my beads and everything.
But you always have a healthy supply of stuff on your table and wherever you are vending. So you would have to spend a lot of time. People don't realize people who make stuff, they spend a lot of time by themselves. If they're going to be successful, a lot of time by yourself creating. Is there a certain time that you can create, or you can just go to your space anytime?
I go for it. I just sit and I create best when I can kind of laugh and joke with my husband. So we'll be watching TV and I'm just sitting there. We're listening to music. I can create anytime.
So because I know for me, I have to feel it. And if I try to do it and I don't feel it, it's not going to come out.
That is true. There are some times where I'm just like, it's not right for me yet. And
like I'm messing up material.
Yeah. Like, let me just take a pause for a second. Like, it's totally fine. Because sometimes you do get burned out a little bit too. Like, you're just like, you've been at it maybe for a couple of hours. And all of a sudden, you just kind of, it's like, womp, womp. You just can't. You got to breathe and walk away and get re-inspired.
So for me to rejuvenate myself, I'll go to either the Waxers Museum or I'll go to the Walters locally. I'll go to some of the local art galleries. If I can travel to DC or Philly or something, I'll go to one of those galleries. That's how I rejuvenate when I feel like, okay, you got to get up and create, but I don't feel like it. How do you rejuvenate yourself or get that spark or that inspiration back?
I do travel. Like, I'll go to different places, like really quick, even if it's just like a quick trip to New York or something like that.
Oh,
just to kind of go and just breathe the air and just be in the midst of the awesomeness.
Buying supplies.
Yeah, buying supplies, seeing different supplies. I get so turned on when I see like a whole slew of just goodies.
Them
I can
tables.
just like, I mean, like, yes, I need it all.
That's why when I go to New York, I have an amount of money in my pocket.
Oh,
No
yeah.
debit cards, no nothing.
You'll go crazy.
I'll just take this amount and make sure I got something to eat with later.
Yeah.
But I won't.
You can get lost for real.
You will be homeless.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. for real.
Easily.
All your money will go on like beads and findings or leather bits.
Yes.
And whatever.
I love going to the fabric district. And going to like the clearance rack and finding like abnormal stuff that you wouldn't think of. And that's where my money, first I go to Mood and go in the basement to that clearance and then work my way down that row.
And you be in there for how long?
I can't even tell you.
Do you go by yourself?
I have.
Okay.
I have. That's dangerous for me. I need
is.
somebody with me to be like, come on, we either been in this one little shop, and you know, the shop is like the size of this room for like 2 hours. Why are we in the same bead shop? Because I gotta see all the beads and the prices, and I gotta go to the one next door.
Yep, you gotta
got the same
compare.
stuff.
Yeah, you gotta
But-
compare. So you can shop smarter. Yep.
So we could never go together. 'Cause
No,
we would-
no, we would be pissed off at each other the whole way back to Baltimore. Like, I ain't never doing that again.
if we can make it back to Baltimore,
Right.
I've been traded in my
I left
ticket.
that heifer.
Right. Because I used to do that. But see, for me, I'll take some stuff that I already made and I'll try to sell it because I'm not good at the hustle part of it. So it forces me, like, I'll like sit in the front of the bus and I know I got to go to the bathroom at some point and I'll like walk the back and be like, hey. So I started wearing my own stuff. So somebody will see it and they're like, well, I sell jewelry. And that's how I will pay my way back. I used to only buy one way. And then I had to make my money.
I gotta give you a high five on that. That is so dope. Because you know what? I really have a lot of respect for anybody that has the courage to put themselves out there. I mean, when you think about it, when you share your art with the world, it's really a vulnerable type of experience.
You don't know the
reaction. And I mean, we would all like to say, well, I just do it because I'm an artist. And I just
because I want to eat.
love to do it. But when you want to eat, it's like, I need y'all to like this.
And I have problems with just saying, hey, I make jewelry. So I used to have really nice bags with me, like that I would carry it in. And people like, oh, that's a nice bag. What's
Very
in
smart.
it? I'm like, oh, I just sell jewelry.
Why you think I got my crown?
Yes. Because it's a selling
It's a
point.
conversation
'Cause I have
starter.
a hard time saying this is what I do.
Right.
Because I'll wear something this simple and that's it. But I've taken this off and sold it before. I've done that plenty of times.
I sold
and not
my
above it.
first pair of earrings like a long time ago, the little feather ones. I wore them because I went to Morgan State University.
All you gotta do is stand on that bridge.
Yeah. My homegirl was like, them. Where'd you get those? I was just like, I made these shoes. It's like, how much?
That word of mouth. And then she tells somebody and that's how I got at Coppin. That's how I would sit in the quad or in the community center and just do my homework and just put a couple pieces on the table.
See? That's so
because I
smart.
have hard times just like approaching people. So normally you got to come to me or see something on me, and that's that word of mouth or somebody just seeing something that you can do. It works great.
It really does.
But that's one of the tricks that I do is whenever I travel somewhere, I'll buy a one way, and I have to at least make half of my way back.
Nice.
My way back.
I like that.
It's hard because I'll sit there with the box on my lap the whole time.
But you know what? When you go up to New York, I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Like just really trying to use that, like, because people will hustle. People be in the subway.
Yeah. And they do, and that's why I love New York, because you just get that grind, because you walk in and you just feel like the hustle is in me.
Absolutely.
But we're going to pay some bills because we don't like the hustle here. But we'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Miss Sam Smith, New Vintage.
The Artist Exchange, the Artist Exchange, the Artist Exchange,
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Check out this flashback.
Or were you like a prostitute or something? Like you can't. I got it.
No. I was always in sales. Like I've been in sales since I was like 14, and I could sell anything. You know, I could sell salt to a snail. I could sell ice to a polar bear. So it's like, you know,
he was working.
Yeah, I was working.
Okay,
I was working.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So I was in sales. Sold cars and sold this and sold that and.
Yeah, I feel you.
My biggest thing was, like I said, I never been done with the whole, you know, giving your money to people that's already rich.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? And I feel that as an entrepreneur, you know, when you see like black businesses, Latino business, because I grew up in Texas, so I grew up around blacks and Latinos, and just support your community, support everybody. You know, I will support everybody's community, support the world and all that. But at the same time, it's like be an entrepreneur yourself, invest in yourself, and invest in what you believe. And I just don't think that we should give money to these dudes that's already rich, that's already been making money. Like, why?
I agree.
You know,
I'm working on that. I'm trying to be where you are.
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now.
Just go in this, and I'm just like the mom who just gotta fix everything up.
So I have a segment. It's called the Hot Five. Okay. So it's five. It was one question, but it's 5 different parts. Okay. What has been the hardest part of being an artist, 2, a business owner, 3, a black woman, 4, a Baltimorean, and 5, a mother?
Okay, so we gonna have to slow that down.
So we can start with artists. The hardest part about being an artist.
The hardest part about being an artist is being so damn sensitive sometimes about stuff. You know, like and I don't care if you're a musician, if you're a painter, you're a photographer, like there is just something that you are so sensitive about, and it's generally dealing or rooted with your craft or I am a little.
So I'm gonna test you out. So you sit at a vending table. Somebody walk past. Oh, I can do that. What is your first? Not even what you say, but your first thought.
Instinct. Get over myself.
But I just saw it's in your face, so I already know what's on your mind because I just saw.
But you know what? And I'm working on that. I don't have a good poker face at all. I wear it all on my face. That's why I just have to tell the truth. But my first thought would be to get over myself, because at first I'm thinking, why would you tell me that?
Right.
Like, okay, that's great. That's wonderful. And then that's actually what I would say. Like, oh, nice.
And it's normally if it's 2 people, it's normally the person that's not interested in buying it. It's that person, but somebody that's with them wants or is interested in something on the table, and they'll look at it like, girl, I can make that.
Yeah.
Or I can tell how she made that.
And that's fine. And I even had a little joke, like a comeback from it. I'll be like, yeah, that's fine. But I'm sure it probably won't be like this.
I can't say that nice. I can't.
And I mean, I'm like, it's people say it's shade, whatever the case is, but I'm just calling a spade a spade. Like,
but why would you say? I always be like, why would you say that? Like,
because I mean, in this age, people can go to Pinterest and they feel like they're an expert at everything. Everybody watch a couple YouTube videos, and all of a sudden they're a makeup artist with quality contour skills. It's like, it's fine if you feel that way. But I'm almost certain that when you get home and when you figure out what went into this, that you will probably get pissed off.
How many people, and you don't have to name names, but how many people have you seen pop up with accessory lines because something was popping at a certain time, and then when that fad went away, they gave you those supplies and then walk off?
You know what? I have had folks say that they had some stuff that they wanted to give me. But it's not like I have been around them while they were creating. I would say I've experienced like having my brand and then people kind of being around me, and then all of a sudden, like 3 weeks later, they got a bracelet brand, and that's fine. Like I told someone the other day, like I don't have any competition. Like I feel like if you want to make bracelets, that's cool. Hell, there's enough. We're all creative. So for me to sit up there and say I'm the only one that's going to make bracelets is
and most
crazy.
times they're looking at it because they either see, especially when a fad comes up, they see how everybody is like those army braided bracelets came out. So everybody wanted to make one. So if you can't make them, well, I'll just make it myself, and then they'll make it, or they'll go buy it, and then they'll start selling it. And you're like, oh, okay, that's cute. But I know in my mind now, they're not gonna be around long, because the moment people stop buying it, or January, February come around, and people stop spending money, I'm not gonna see you in March.
You'll see who's in it for the right reasons and for the wrong reasons. And that's why I say that I just want to move at an organic pace, because I'm here for longevity.
Exactly.
And it's not important to me just about the buck. It's about the quality of my brand,
right?
Of course.
And just the art of it.
Yeah. And with the quality, of course, you're rewarded with, you know, some shine.
Exactly.
So I just want to focus on just doing the best thing that I can as far as my creativity.
So we kind of got into the hardest part about being a business owner, but you can go a little bit deeper into that part.
The hardest part about being a business owner is not knowing. It's just not knowing. It's
that first mistake, maybe the third one too.
Yeah. And I mean, you can read all the literature you want about business ownership, but it's really honestly a trial and error type of thing.
Yep.
You really got to,
you personally.
you got to learn some lessons the hard way, unfortunately. And sometimes you can be wise and learn from the mistakes of others. But that is the biggest thing, is not knowing, you know, maybe if sales are going to hit this day, or you're going to meet your goal for the month, or sometimes that can be a little bit of a panic area. But what you do is you just try to prepare for it by, you know, just setting up your system and your strategies.
And what I've learned in being an artist for so many years is now, like, a lot of young people that I talk to, because to the day, you know, even with the radio, I don't know what it is, and I jumped into radio, but I still researched. If you want to do something like fashion or merchandising or accessories, go work at a store, even if it's for just the Christmas season or something, and see what it is, see what sales are, see what ebbs and flow seasons are, see that you will have to figure out what to do around January and February. You know, that's not going to drive you crazy, you know, and as far as people are not spending money. So what I do is I focus on online sales, because now people spending gift cards and that's time. So that's something that I figured out. So maybe I need to focus more on online selling around that time, because people, like I said, spending gift cards or offer gift cards, so people can then spend them in January and February, and you can see that money coming back to you in some way. But what were some of the hardest business lessons that you had to learn?
Not every event. Like, not every event you have to jump at, you know what I mean? As a vendor or a business, new business, you want an opportunity to showcase your brand. But please be mindful of those folks who are not invested in the event itself, or is you within that entrepreneurial community. Because if you're just so focused on getting my $75 vendor fee, I need to make sure that you're properly promoting the event, that you can let me know if the attendees have to pay, because if my attendees have to pay, now that compromises my ability to collect sales.
Right.
So you have to think about these, and you have to really kind of be more discriminating with the events that you choose, and sometimes even the business affiliates that you have, contingent upon the type of brand that you have. You don't want to, you know, have any kind of conflict of interest or anything like that. So the most important thing is also identifying who your consumer base is. So if your consumer base, and I want to shout out Miss Debonette, Girl Boss Inc., got this tip. If you know that your market base is 20 to 35-year-old women who like spas and brunches and all of that good stuff, you don't go marketing to men who just want to watch sports. And you know what I mean? Like, you really have to just be vigilant. And just recognizing where you are, where you stand, stay in your lane, and then just properly prepare for that.
And you can still cast your net out there, but every event, you still have to look at it, even if all those things line up, as just marketing and promotion. You may not get every single sale, but every single person that walks past it, you should do something that makes them remember you or remember the brand. I have people who support me who don't necessarily wear. I went through this phase where I was just making these huge, dumb, big earrings, and I don't know why, but I had people who just love them. But they wouldn't buy them, or they got to the point where they would buy them for somebody who they knew buy them because I would just talk to them about it. And it wasn't just, I just make jewelry because I have nothing better to do with my time, but I made the story, you know, I put the story behind it, and people fell in love with the story and who I was. And, you know, I sometimes I'm a gimmick because I'm normally the only guy at a lot of those vending events.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how does that work? Because I know it's like, you really are, because you like, and you be in it, you know, with the jewelry and everything.
So that's why I make it there, because a lot of people didn't believe that I made it. So that's another reason why I would make this stuff there. Right. And I just realized every event, and I've done like a white church way out yonder, like with these big old earrings.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't know what to do, but I've realized every situation is a reason, a platform to sell yourself. Even if you don't like my jewelry, well, tune into my radio show on such and such date, or I do this on the side, and I do figure out what that person likes and be able to sell them that. Going to the third one, a Black woman. What has been the hardest part about being a Black woman?
Just watching what's going on and realizing we are really in still horrible times. I mean, just why does racism still exist, and why it's just a lot of sadness going on. The gaps in life, why they still exist. Absolutely. And I'm just like, I don't even know. It's, you know, I pray every day for my daughter. I pray every day for my husband. And it's like, we were thinking, my husband and I, we were talking like, okay, thinking of boys' names and everything for like our next kid. And then just one day on the humble, I'm like, I just want to be able to protect my son from, you know what I mean? Just being able to be innocent, be a kid, and not someone not being threatened by him because he's wearing a hoodie and wants to get some Skittles. Like, I think that's the hardest thing. It's just really trying to, just figure it out.
It's crazy to have a fear of having a child, or bringing a child into the world, because that's such a natural feeling.
It really is. It's unfortunate. And I didn't understand until I got pregnant. It was just like I was in a totally different mind frame. But it's like it's unfortunate that racism and all of that good stuff, like people are still labeled, and it's just socialism still exists. It's just so messy. It's so messy. We need more love in the world.
The fourth one, the hardest part about being a Baltimorean. Are you from here?
I am from Baltimore. I mean, I live in the county, but whatever. I am from Baltimore, and the hardest thing about being here sometimes is just the reputation that comes with Baltimore.
Having to prove yourself.
Yeah, and I'm so happy that it's really Baltimore is really redefining itself, because there's a lot of artists here, a lot of voices that need to be heard. And I hate to say, as far as the riots concerned, like I feel like unfortunately we got some attention. You know, it started off being bad, but I feel like it progressed to being something positive for our city, because now people are like all eyes on us and want to see what's the next thing that's coming out of the wire.
People are willing to help a little bit more now.
Absolutely.
It's hard. The proving yourself part has always been a struggle for me, because, well, not as much now as it has always been, because you go other places and Baltimore has a reputation no different than any place in the world. I just don't know why Baltimore always got that. Like that,
because people are ignorant,
right?
And naturally, people just want to classify something once they familiarize themselves with some form of quote culture.
Right.
I don't know. Like, people do crazy stuff like that all the time with different ethnicities, all that crazy stuff. They see The Wire and they just like, okay, that's it. It's just crack selling and weed smoking and all this other stuff.
And see, now I don't feel like the weird child anymore, because now everybody looks like me or some facet of who I am. I always I tell people, when I first started copping, and I'm 32 now, I started when I was 21. I had a mohawk, And it was the weirdest thing for people to say, I love Mr. T, but it was the weirdest thing for people to look at me and see. And then I got to a point where I started noticing once I didn't even want it anymore. People doing the designs in their head and the mohawks. I'm like, this is interesting. Only because I was like, oh, I wish this was this way
when you were 10
years ago.
No, because you wouldn't have been into it.
Right. But it's strange now that people are embracing just being whatever they can think of, just showing on the exterior as well as just thinking about it or just liking it from a distance. They're actually more able to be more adventurous and try things a lot more. So I like the Baltimore that I live in now.
Me too.
And I moved to Station North because that's kind of like the mecca for it now. And it's just, I love being in that different space. So the last part is, you touched on it a little bit, but the hardest part about being a mother.
Like I said, just really trying to hold their hand through this life, helping them to avoid the potholes that, I fell through, and just especially with my daughter, just trying to show her what it is to be a real woman, a queen, and to not glorify the superficial type of images that we see all the time in media. And just teaching her self-love at an early age, because I think that's so important. Unfortunately, I don't think I know I wasn't. I feel like I didn't really learn self-love until later on. And I want her to be so in tune with herself and so confident. You know what I mean? I know it may bite me in the butt one day when she's talking back to me, but I need her to know that she's amazing and she's beautiful and talented and awesome.
So that was the top 5, the hot questions. So we'll be right back after this quick break with Miss Sam Smith of NewVintageBySam.com. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Kicking her feet.
To the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
But
is that Beyonce?
Why would she kick her feet?
I don't know. I mean, remember last week when we were talking about her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That'll make you cuss.
Oh. Already messed up.
I didn't cuss.
You sure?
I am positive. So him and none of his employees. I'm talking real mysteriously
cryptic.
Real cryptic, because I'll get into these stories after the break.
Okay.
But him and none of his staff, and he has a lot of staff, like more than 10,000 employees.
Donald Trump.
Dang.
Wrong.
None of them can travel to North Carolina. I don't blame them.
Nah.
None of them.
That's not him.
It's real interesting, but I just decided, and I like a Big Mac. I do like a Big Mac. I just decided I'm not going to do it no more. I'm done. Me and Big Macs, we're done. We're just done.
I thought you didn't eat McDonald's food in general.
I don't. But when I did, like, a Big Mac, or if I go to somewhere with my nephew and I have no choice but to eat fast food, a Big Mac was usually my choice with the special sauce and stuff. Nope.
That sauce is disgusting.
No, it's not. Big Mac?
I don't like it.
The Thousand Island joint? Well, dark skin people usually don't.
Please elaborate on that.
No, that's just a theory.
What? Okay.
I can't imagine being missing or kidnapped for 2 years. That is just an ordeal that I would not be able to make it to. But this dude, 2 years of his life missing.
Woo. Sheesh.
We'll talk more. I can't believe, but see, this is the job that you kind of figured you would get if you were in prison. So, especially coming from where you came from.
Right.
To work in the cafeteria. So, you get beat up a couple times for what you did in jail, and then you just go work in the cafeteria and keep your head down. You make a potato knife or something like that. But to have a baby in a toilet?
Woo!
Goodness gracious.
I seen that story. I seen that story.
Poor heart. My heart. This could be true. Sooner or later, everybody's going to get fined $50. Because how are you going to stop me from walking? You can't stop me from walking and doing what I want.
I definitely want to hear this story.
You can't stop me. I'm never going to stop walking and doing.
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now. So here live on BeExposedRadio.com. I'm sitting here with Miss Sam Smith of New Vintage by Sam Smith. Is it SamSmith.com or
no?
By
just
Sam?
New Vintage by Sam.com.
There we go. Get it right. Get it right. So, how can people get in touch with you if they want their own bracelet? If they want something specially made, or they want you to style them for their shoot, or
you can reach me on www.newvintagebysam.com. There's actually a shop there where you can shop my handcrafted collection, or you can even request a custom piece to be made. And there's also a Styled You tab for you to click, and it'll route you through to my Styled Seat page. So the quickest way to get in contact with me, because it has my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Styled Seat, is my website, www.newvintagebysam.com.
when looking at a possible client, or if a client is wanting to work with you, what are some of your criteria as far as not so much the jewelry accessory side, but styling them? What are some of your criteria?
Just that they're open. I just want anyone who has requested me to help them to be open to seeing what options that I can offer them. Sometimes I get a few clients who aren't the quote think outside of the box type. So when they come to me, I just, communicate to them that I need them to keep an open mind, try some things or some colors that you never tried before, because we may find your new normal. So that's just basically what I request, that you be open minded and just be positive.
Okay, so I have a question because I've always had my own personal style, and it's a little weird because I like to be comfortable, but I like colors, and sometimes everything just don't look right on other people, and I think I can pull it off a little bit. For a guy, what are some things that you would say as far as a guy who has my type of energy, but just want to switch it up a little bit more, want to, make it more professional? Because I get in trouble a lot because I wear jeans to work because I'm comfortable in jeans. But how can I make them jeans feel more workplace appropriate?
Well, you can always do a darker denim. Darker denim is always a little bit more classic. It provides a much more polished look. So you can do a darker denim with a blazer, maybe a t-shirt underneath, and of course your adornments that you always wear. I think that'll be a great way to just kind of lead you into, but not overwhelm you with the whole trying to get new pieces together. That's just a good starting point for
I just needed a reason to go to the thrift shop.
Who doesn't need a reason to go to the thrift shop? Yes. But yeah, definitely. Darker denim, if you have or are able to find like different colored slacks, those help as well, because then you can just really kind of play around with the bottoms and just diversify the materials that you use to become a little bit more business casual.
So in general, two questions. One, how do you prevent yourself from just telling people what to wear, opposed to just pulling their best out of them, the best out of them?
What I try to do, it starts with a consultation. I really just try to pick that person apart. When you think about it, dressing is really an intimate thing. People have been doing it all of their lives. So it's like you really have to be in tune with the person to try to guide them to what their body looks good in. So I really just try to ask them, like, hey, do you have any trouble areas? Do you have any favorite colors that you like? Just to really kind of probe and figure out everything I need to know to kind of go to the drawing board and figure out a fashion formula that works for that specific person. So if they're a mom or someone who's always traveling or something, I take all of those things into consideration and just try to create a wardrobe base that'll complement their lifestyle, but still make them feel and look amazing when they look in the mirror. So that's basically what I
when you're thinking about trends, what's one of your rules about people following trends?
I hate trends. I am not a trend chaser. I hate trends. Now, I do pay attention like I look. So you know what I mean? Just because it's my responsibility to just be in the know.
Right.
But I'll tell folks it's important that you don't try to stuff yourself into a trend because everything doesn't work for everyone. And I have had to compromise with a few of my clients, like, oh, I want to do this. And I'm just like, let's reel it back and figure out how we can meet in the middle because maybe I don't think that's flattering for them, or over the long haul, it just may prove to be non-beneficial to the overall aesthetic of their look.
Well, it's not going to last.
Fact. Double fact.
So for that person that's I'm a thrift shop person. My mother, but I'm gonna tell you, I was only a thrift shop person since I became an adult, and I discovered how much I was saving in going there. What would you say to that person that's going to the thrift shop for the first time?
You may get overwhelmed. It's okay.
Take sanitizer with you.
Take sanitizer with you. Breathe. Preferably call before to see if there's a special day that they have that discount.
See, this is a smart, because she know color days. That's what
you got to. I mean, but what you also want to do is, if you do call and you want to go on a color day, make sure you go early because it can get real vicious.
Yeah, them older ladies, they already know.
Honey,
we're going to take a quick break because I want more thrift shop information, and we might throw out some special shops. Maybe, possibly. We're not going to give you the number ones, but maybe number 4 or 5. But we'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show with Miss Sam Smith of NewVenturesBySam.com when we return after this quick break.
You're listening to BXRadio.com.
Throw it up, watch it all fall out. Pull it up, that's how we ball out. Throw it up, watch it all fall out. Pull it up, that's how we fall out.
Hello. It's the favorite part of your week. It's the Happy Hour Radio Show. It's your girl, Mecca. Give it to you straight, no chaser. You can find me on IG, Mecca_Dawn1. Finally got
so proud of you.
Finally got it.
Proud of you. You're working on the Instagram thing.
I am.
Anyway, I'm your co-host, Teeny Agani. You can find me on Instagram at Persia_glam. Make sure you follow us on Facebook at the Happy Hour Radio Show, on Instagram at the Happy Hour_show. And of course, I got my favorite DJ in the building with us.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's DJ Twiz the Biz. Follow me on Twitter and IG.
And we have some special guests in the building. We're going to get back to them as soon as Mecca gives us the drink of the week.
Yeah, so the drink of the week, I felt a little, fiesta-ish.
Fiesta-ish?
Yes. So I have my famous spiked sangria. So 2 parts rum, depending on how your day went. Fill a cup to the rim with sangria. Of course, the fruit is optional, but, it's always good.
Always.
That's it.
That's pretty much it?
That's pretty much it.
What kind of food would you serve with that?
What kind of food? Light hors d'oeuvres. Finger stuff,
It's real classy.
Stuff like that. I try.
I'm proud of you.
I'm getting there.
But we have a very special guest here. Get to that. I'm trying to convince Mecca to do her photo shoot, but we'll get to that later.
I'm not sure if everybody's ready for all this bombasticness. this package right here, honey.
Okay.
All right. But we got Daniel Mack here. Go ahead, introduce yourself, and who else did you bring with you?
Yes, Daniel Mack, DM Designs, Outer Mac Productions. I go by many hats. I got my producer in here with me tonight, Bud, the Malik. This guy's amazing, and I came up here on behalf of my girl Tina, and I just couldn't come up here without, bringing my guy up here. This one of the guys who really helped me out in business, so, I just had to bring him up here with me to make sure we say the right correct.
And also let everybody know where they can find you on social media.
Yes, on social media, I'm on Instagrams, all over Instagram right now as our DM Designs. Yeah, we popping right now. My DM do be jumping on a regular.
It goes down.
Yes, it always.
I can only imagine what goes down in his DM.
Yeah, I can share with y'all. Look, I got images and everything. But anyways, DM Designs. DMDESIGNZ. That's a Z at the end of that. So DM Designs, that's what we doing, baby. Let's go.
That's what's up. So I know, I want to first thank you for coming out.
Absolutely.
Because I know that you've been grinding, you've been personal things, and you still are able to make it. That's what you call a true professional. And how about he was here earlier than us?
Thank you. Throwing
shade. And if you to myself too, but he was prepared. He's on time. That's what he expects from his clients because he gives you good work.
Absolutely.
And if you go on his website at DM Designs, you will understand why.
Thank you so much.
He shuts it down.
I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate it. We've been working on that for a long time. You know, the people that I work with always are punctual. So I do, you know, demand that out of the people that I'm working with as well. So I feel like if you're putting that energy out in the universe, you're going to get that back. And it's just going to catch on a matter of time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have a question. How do you pick your sets, though? Because you have some wonderful sets. How do you pick them? Do you pick them? Does the client pick them?
Yeah, to tell you the truth, most of the time it's the client's choice. I usually have backdrops that I can set up on location, but if we have a location that's just open and beautiful, I usually try to put the subject right in the middle of the room and shoot towards the light, so everything just looks, you know, glossy.
Yes. Absolutely. And what I like, it's not like you get regular women feeling like models.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like a woman like a Lyra Galore. That's her name, Lyra?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? Some Instagram models and stuff like that.
He's had some though.
Yes, he has. Don't get me wrong. But I like the way he makes regular women look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, us women, we're scrutinized with our, you know, how we're supposed to look on a daily basis. Yeah. And he makes you feel, you know, you know.
I shot with him. Yeah. You're one hell of an editor. I'd be like, can you get this?
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now. Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks.
Radio Loyalty. Here's how it works. Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do.
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now.
Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live on BeExposedRadio.com. Today's topic was the art of business. We have Miss Sam Smith of New Vintage by Sam. That's the one for that.
I need to put it on?
No, unless we get a call.
We ain't getting one.
Joining us in the building is Miss Sharon Nixon of Baltimore Fashion Week. She has a fashion show coming up shortly. Actually, next Saturday It's for the petite models.
It's for the petite community.
Petite community.
Yes.
I mean, you can be short and wear. I mean, you don't gotta just be short. Anybody can come.
They can come, but in the show, the models have to be
male
petite.
models this time?
Yep. We have 4.
Okay.
4 petite male models and 27 petite females.
Oh, wow.
So where's the event and how?
The event's going to be at Hyatt Place in the harbor, located at 511 South Central Avenue off of Fleet Street.
Okay.
So
no tickets at the door.
No tickets at the door. I didn't even get a chance to check. Can you hear me? Oh, I didn't even get a chance to check if any were left because once they're gone, they're gone.
All right.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Now, Miss Sharon she's about her artful business this year. She also is doing New York Fashion Week this year.
Yes.
Nice. So let us know a little bit about.
New York Fashion Week is going to happen September the 9th, and we've been having conference calls. Maria Styles is helping the designers with their collection, like making sure it's cohesive and it makes sense because I'm not playing. And so they know that. And yeah, so we've been having conference calls with them. And it's going really good. It's a lot of pressure because you get one time to do this. And that's what I keep telling them. This is our only chance to do this.
Yeah.
Our only chance. And if we flop, that's it.
And you want to make this a yearly
I do.
pilgrimage for yourself going up to New York Fashion
I do. Well, it will be. It will be. So, you know.
So it'll be a flop for them.
But you know, New York is so critical. I love them to death, but they're so critical. And with them, you either in or you're out. And this
But they'll
is our
forget
only
by
chance.
Christmas
No,
and
no,
then-
no. New York does not forgive very easily. They don't. And the people that we're inviting, we have got to be on point. And I'm trying not to tell people, I don't think you're ready for this. You can think about it and come back next year, because this is not a game. Not for me or Maria. Like, it's not.
Well,
So,
we have
yeah.
a stylist right here. If you
I
have a
know,
stylist-
right? I know her. She works at QP's.
Yeah.
I know it. She looks different, like you said. She looks every time I see her.
Every single time. She always introduces herself to me again.
And you just look at me like,
I should know you.
Especially with your hair color. Sometimes you'll have it long and this new, what color is that? Like a greenish?
it's like an ash
silver?
blonde. It's my vintage blonde.
Get close to the mic.
Oh, can you hear me? Vintage blonde.
Yeah, it really threw me off the last time I saw her because she had like longer.
Mhm. That's what she had the last time I saw her. Well, to be able to, I don't know if transition is the word, camouflage yourself, so people don't know what you like. I like to do that.
I'm about to get one of them man wigs.
Okay.
You saw how they be.
You see my whole face. You just
a man wig, Nate.
But they really I
gotta
have like
see
the
it on.
tracks and then they cut it.
I gotta see it on.
You really?
I think I have.
But they
seen the
don't
video.
look. It don't look right.
I saw it on YouTube.
I don't
It
really
does.
want to do. I'm gonna do
That's
it for a play
crazy.
though. I have a play coming up, so I have to play a couple different characters. So they gonna make a man wig for me.
Oh, that's gonna be so much.
But I told him it has to be real. I don't want to look like
it's gotta be right.
Yeah, I'm not just gonna be this Medea up on the stage. I'm not doing that.
Out here in
But
these
also, so New York Fashion Week coming up. That's August.
No, it's September.
September. Under is next Saturday.
Yes.
But you also have the annual event, the big event, Baltimore Fashion Week. But
That's
this
in
year is
August.
a little twist toward the emerging artists.
Oh, the Emerging Designer Showcase. So she will be coming on the air. I might as well just say who is somebody else registered. So she'll be on the Artist Exchanges show soon. So stay tuned for that. And her information will go up on the 1st of May. The page is ready. I'm just waiting for the 1st of May to launch it.
Okay.
For her and all the rest of the designers.
So
and that's new
give
to
us a
us.
little bit on it.
Well, it's open to, and they can still register. It's open to middle and high school students. And the way it works is that the students they must be able to create and construct a garment. So they have to be able to do 3 to 5 looks to put on the runway on Friday, opening night.
Nice.
And once, if more should register, they will go on the site and then the public gets to vote. And the person with the most votes is the winner. So we'll take the top 3, and then those 3 will showcase. And then on opening night, we'll let them know. We'll let the audience and them know who won. But they won't know until I pull them out on the stage.
But you're not doing this just because she can make some slits in a shirt, but she has to.
No, her collection is, I think if other designers probably know who she is and have seen her work, because I put on Facebook once and said that she was an emerging designer. I think I shouldn't have did that because it probably caused them to not register. But you shouldn't worry about what somebody else does because you have a talent.
And it's still
because people still. I don't have final say. The public does.
And you're making they have to turn in sketches.
Yep,
and
they have to turn in sketches. I don't ask them for a line sheet because that's not required yet. But they have to turn in sketches and images, a head sheet. A head sheet, Lord Jesus, headshot. Thank you. And then they also have to. We didn't press that they have good grades in school. And I'm on the fence of asking for that for next year because, we have the educational honors.
Okay.
So my mom was like, that's enough place for people. So we probably will.
Everybody's not going to go to college.
Right. Thanks to China. She was the one to say, don't do that with the designers. So I said, okay. All right.
They got to strive for, especially if they're in school, it still needs to be balanced. A lot of the art schools, I wanted to go to the School of Arts, but I didn't go because the educational portion wasn't stressed enough for my mother.
Oh, okay.
She was like, no, because then you're going to be creatively stupid when you leave.
Oh, my God.
So I'm thankful, but I wish I had still the classes, but I know it wouldn't have worked with my mother for me to say, I got to remember this song, but I'm not doing my English homework.
Oh,
so that wouldn't have worked. But you have a number of events going on this year.
I'm really crazy this year.
How do you work with artists like a Sam Smith when you're looking at someone like her who's got everything going and you want to bring her into your fold? Are you looking for new artists in that vein? Or?
Because although Maria's good, she won't be able to do it by herself for long.
Especially
and I'm thinking,
on a new
after this year, we're going to have to probably sit down and talk. And Marie, if you're listening, don't call me because I'm not going to answer your call. But definitely.
410-7.
Oh my gosh! No, don't call. Maria, don't you call. So next year we will need somebody else because it's a lot to do. New York Fashion Week within itself is a beast. Like I'm on her all the time. Like, okay, so what's the report? So who's doing what? So how many sketches do they have? They don't have any sketches. Do they have the material? They don't have any material. Okay, I got a problem with that. If the show is in 5 months, you need to have your collection ready by July.
Yeah.
You don't have time.
And just
you don't have time.
Last minute stuff at that point.
Somebody has time for that.
So I'll ask you the same thing that I asked Sam, my top 5, and then I'll let you get back into your latest.
You want me to answer right there? No, I'm not a virgin. No.
Wait, what happened?
I edited those questions.
The section didn't know? No, okay, all right. But I will. No, I'm only kidding.
So the hot 5 questions. What has been the hardest part about being an artist, a business owner, a Black woman, a Baltimorean, and a mother?
Okay, can you give me something? Because I'm old. An artist? I don't think I'm an artist.
You are coordinator of the arts.
That's really cute. Thank you.
It is. You gotta claim it. You gotta claim it.
Okay, well, coordinator of the arts.
You're crazy.
That's an art.
That's
what
part
you do.
of it. Right.
I think getting people to understand that this is not about me. It never has been. If it was, I would have stopped long time ago because Baltimore has talent and maybe other people don't see it, but I do. I always have seen it, even when I used to model. So it's important for them to understand that what you hear on the street is not true. Period. Boop. Next.
Business owner. The hardest part about being a business owner.
I think being a business owner, you have to have the passion because it'll never go the way you want it to. So you have to be able to have, like I put a post up, I put a lot of posts up, but I put a post up that says you must be able to have, if plan A doesn't work, there are 26 other letters in the alphabet. So sometimes I'm on plan J, but giving up has never been an option.
It's never, because then you start right back over.
Failure has never been an option. So it's instilled in me and I instilled it in my sons. Like you need to fix that. That's not working in this household. All right. So, just knowing that if something goes, I look at it when something goes wrong at the Fashion Umbrella Foundation, it's a test from God, and he's testing to see how I handle it. So I used to get really upset and throw stuff across the room and cry, but I don't do that anymore because I need to figure out, okay, this happened now, we need to fix it.
Right.
How do we fix it? And I just keep it moving.
And that's the test, the you getting up and fixing it.
Right.
That's the job right there.
I guess.
How do you put out the fires?
Yeah, I put out a lot of fires.
Being a Black woman, what's the hardest part about being a Black woman?
I think being a Black woman in this industry is hard because people hear my voice and I tell them what I do and they think it's an urban type event. They think that everybody that comes to my event, I just went through this 4 times in the last 2 weeks where I was profiled. I went into the store because I was dressed like this and she thought I didn't know what I was talking about. But when I started spitting the printing language to her, then she said, okay, wait a minute. Then she Googled me. It's funny how being Black and being in Baltimore, they think that everything you do is urban, and I'm really sick of it, but I can't change it by myself. The only thing I can do is just keep doing what I'm doing to let people know that when you come to the Fashion Umbrella, this is not like what you think Baltimore is. It's not. So that's the hardest thing, that I don't think that my skin needs to be a lighter shade for you to respect what's coming out my mouth.
And I think part of the fix for that, and I'm quite sure Sam can join that conversation as well, but people working together, putting aside the fact whether I like you or not, and I like what you specifically do. I like what you do. I just don't like you. So I'm not even going.
But that's not going to happen here in Baltimore.
I hope it does.
It
I hope
won't. It won't, because people I know are holding grudges. Like I'll speak to them, and because something happened in 2009, they won't speak back, and that's your issue,
And
not
they don't even
mine.
know what it was.
That's your issue. I remember what it was, but I mean, it's like you can't. I'm not on that time frame. I'm here to do business. Either you want to do it or you don't. I don't have time for the games. I don't.
Because I tell other cultures, they don't necessarily like each other. They don't have tea together. They don't do a rap party together, but they sit down and make that dough, and then they go on about their business and spend it wherever they go.
Right.
And then they come back for business.
Right.
The next one, being a Baltimorean, you kind of spoke on that, but the hardest part about being a Baltimorean.
I don't think it's hard being a Baltimorean, not for me. I own what I do. I do what I want, and I don't care what people say. I used to care, but I don't anymore. I'm 10 years in. I really don't care. There's a book out there entitled "I Don't Care What You Say About Me," and just the title alone is like, yeah, I need to read that book. But it's just like, I'm from Baltimore. I was born in California, but I was raised in Baltimore. So I consider both of them my home. I've never been back to California since I was born. So Baltimore is all I know. And I don't think it's anything bad with this city. It's just some people here make it hard for others. But I can't control that. So with me being who I am, I can only control my pathway.
Right.
And hopefully bring others with me. Not saying that my pathway is the right way, but to bring others with me so we can kind of sort of change it together, which is why I'm doing the job readiness training on June the 4th. And I'm changing it. I just spoke to somebody today, and I'm changing it. It's only going to be for youth, and it won't be a fee. Because one thing I don't want people to think is that everything I do is for money, because it's not. My thing is I want people, if you want to RSVP, then come. Don't RSVP and don't show up. That's a norm here in Baltimore. They RSVP for stuff, you do catering, and then they don't show up. So this is only for the youth because they need help.
You see their name. People do it so you can see their name.
I don't care about your name. Just are you going to come to the event, especially if it's free? Are you going to come to if you buy a ticket, whether you show up or not? Thank you for your support. But if you come to an event that's free, and this is only going to be for the youth. If you come there and you're 25, I'm turning you away, because these youth here in Baltimore, they need some type of direction on how to get a job. They need some type of direction on how to get dressed for a job. How do you prepare for it? I called Boulevard Boutique Rihanna, and she's doing a makeover for somebody. She owns the Boys Textiles on Washington Boulevard. So she's going to do a makeover for one person that wins. I have a few other places I'm calling. Hopefully I can get to them before the end, before May 15th, to see if they would donate either a makeover service, some clothes, a pair of shoes. I'll even pay for it. Just can a child go get a pair of shoes for the interview, because it's needed here.
And it's needed because this is a lot of people that look at a job as just the end all be all, but you got to look at that as your means of getting money for whatever you need it for a career, and knowing the difference between it. And that is something. I just ran into a grown man at a interview that I had, and he didn't know how to tie. He was in the bathroom. We met each other in the bathroom, and I saw him struggling, and I was adjusting mine. And it took everything in him. I know, because I could look at his face to ask me how to tie a tie.
But that could come from he could have been raised, like I raised my sons by myself, but I love ties. So I taught myself, and I asked, my male friends at the time, how do you tie a tie? Because being a man, being a woman raising men without a man in the household, they have to know the basics. And tying a tie is a basic. If you can tie your shoe and you're a man, you should know how to tie your tie.
But a lot of people don't. And he had to be older than me. And he asked me, and I, in my mind, okay, let me just give me your tie. But something said, no, like he has to do it. So show him. Because then he will go here and not know how to do it, and then have to ask somebody else. So I took a couple extra minutes so he'll just learn a basic knot. But that's something I had to teach myself too, how to tie a tie. So teaching children how to dress, not just giving them a couple accessories or teaching them some shortcuts is definitely what it is. But we're gonna go to a quick break. Thank you, Miss Nixon.
Thank you for having me.
For stopping by. She's going back into the layer now.
No, I'm getting ready to leave. I have a birthday party to go to.
Excuse me.
Mister's birthday is this weekend.
All right. But we'll be right back here. Our last segment with Miss Sam Smith of New Vintage.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Welcome. You're welcome. We'll be right back
I got
after
that
this
in
quick
before
break.
you
Yeah.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
TGIW, everybody. Welcome to the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. I am your host, Miss Be Inspired.
Check out this flashback on Gangster Goddess Radio Show.
You are true to yourself. You walk that, and you walk it with your head up, because yes, I have this gangster in me. I can do this.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to today's graduation ceremony. Students, when you hear the reason or reasons for your absences throughout the years, please exit the auditorium without your high school diploma. Once you've exited, remove your cap and gown and proceed into the unknown. Too tired. Family trip. Part-time job. Helping around the house. Sick day. Starting the holidays early. Just because.
Starting in the 6th grade, students who miss 18 days or more of school in a year for any reason will fall behind and risk not graduating high school. How many days of school has your child missed this year? Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
It doesn't say alleged anywhere in here.
This is the wrong song to play underneath this topic.
They're saying 4 years ago, according to a $20 million lawsuit, the plaintiff, who was also not named, met Charlie Sheen in Las Vegas on April the 1st, 2011. The sleeve suit claimed that Sheen entered into a nefarious plot designed to lure plaintiffs into
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now.
Yeah, it was petty.
Real petty. Really petty.
And you look somewhere else and be like,
where they got it from. I started
Right.
shopping with, when I got smart, I
this
started shopping.
Jasper is only
This was 50 cents.
right.
And they done bought a whole shipment, a whole
And they're not
supply.
even around anymore.
They not. See, that's what happened when you don't treat your
That's what
customers.
happened when you try to get over. Anyway,
But we're back here. Can you turn that speaker off for me? We're back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live on BeExposedRadio.com with Miss Sam Smith of NewVintageBySam.com.
Yeah.
Beautiful website. I love this
Thank you.
website.
Thank you.
That's my ultimate, but I just know I would have to make stuff on a regular basis. I try to keep 100 pair of earrings at all times. That's my goal in life. I stick close to that goal sometimes, but that's my goal.
Right. I totally understand that. I really, like I told you, I carry bracelets with me everywhere I go.
Now, let's see some of it. Let's see some. She brought some bracelets with her. I like the beads are always gorgeous. It's just the extra things that you put into the beads. And I saw one up on your site, on your page, that I don't know if you make that over, the ones with the crowns.
Yes.
I love that.
Thank you. The crown culture pieces are doing really well, and that's actually one of the staple pieces that I have on the website. Like I told you, I'm going to be having a few staple items on the website that'll be available all year round.
And it's just that one little piece that you put on, not the beads. The beads are always beautiful, but it's just that one little piece that you'll add that just set it off. When you were making the ones with the bolts on it, that's the piece that I have. A friend of mine, he bought me one of those, and it was. I love it. I only wear it a couple times because I almost lost it when I was traveling one time, so I wear it sparingly. And they just so pretty.
Thank you. I mean,
Jabril, our engineer, he loves bracelets. So Jabril, you better get in here and treat yourself.
Some goodies. I told him, I said, feel around, fondle.
I already followed her on Instagram.
Enjoy.
So with some last minute remarks, what you want people to know about the New Vintage brand, where it's going, the up and coming some secrets?
The New Vintage brand is just going to continue to grow, and it's just going to, the story is going to be amazing to watch. So I'm hoping that you want to tune in, you yourself and the audience is listening. And
I've been watching. I do. I've been watching. That's why I had to actually have you on, because I watch.
Thank you. And I really appreciate it. It's a humbling experience when people really do pay attention to what you do, because sometimes you just do what you do and then it doesn't really hit you that people are watching you until
everybody watching. The haters, the likers, the people on the fence. Everybody
I try
watching.
not to focus on that though, because I don't want to get into a headspace about it. But you'll definitely be seeing me doing a lot more styling projects. There's some collaborations that's in the works. I'm really not a talker. I'm a doer.
Okay.
So I'd rather you just see the amazing things that I have going on. But definitely you will be seeing me a lot more, and a lot more visuals, of course. And just some awesome, dope stuff.
So what we were doing on the segment before last, the thrift shop. So anybody that's going into the thrift shop, maybe for the first time, they don't know what to expect. They've heard icky things. What should they look for? What should they not do? What should they, a budget? Mine was $20. Took $20 in. Let me see what magic I can do with this $20.
It depends on what you're looking for. If you're just going just to try to see like, hey, I'm thrifting for today, then what you want to do is allot yourself a certain amount of funds that you want to spend.
And don't take anything else.
Don't take anything more, because then you'll start to just buy a whole bunch of junk. And then give yourself an opportunity to really evaluate what it is that you're looking at. Make sure that it's something that you can't live without, because you don't want to get into a situation where you've made a purchase and then because it's the Goodwill, you're now stuck with it. So you send it back to the Goodwill, and that's pointless. But you just want to make sure, like I said, you take your time and don't rush. With thrifting, it's so much better not to rush. It's not like Lord & Taylor or Nordstrom where you could just run in real quick, pick a medium up, and then leave out the door. With thrifting, it's going to take a little bit more time for you to kind of look over the garment. Is it worth it? Is it on sale? Is it something that I can kind of remix? I love getting blazers from the thrift shop. I think you can find the most amazing blazers, and it's awesome because the buttons on them you can actually replace, take them to your local cleaner and have them tuned up, something a little bit more nice. So I honestly find a lot of my key pieces there. So that's mainly what I'm doing when I shop.
And the money that you save going to the thrift shop, you can get things altered. So if it doesn't quite fit you, you can definitely get it altered, or like you said, you can freshen it up yourself. Some quick fixes, like just changing the buttons on something, really like switch something around. When I say I absolutely love a thrift shop, it's just something about it's been a long time since I've gone into a mall outside of going to like maybe Foot Locker or something like that and getting them 5 for $20 t-shirts. Outside of that, or like I like fresh shoes. I can't do a pair of vintage shoes.
I hear you. Me either. That's one thing that I don't do. I think I'm very discriminated when it comes to like shoes. When I go into a thrift store, I immediately beeline for like the blazer section, the purses, the hats, and the accessories. Shoes, I really kind of stay away from those. Dresses I look at too, because you can find a lot of nice, cool, cute sequin dresses, really expensive dresses for the low. But shoes, I found a pair of cool leather cowboy boots that I got from there, but they look like they were in pretty good condition. I just cleaned them up and
I always look for the customers that are very comfortable in the store, and I ask them the best time to come, because the cashiers are not going to tell you the best time to come because they go through the stuff first. So I don't ever go to them. I go to that lady who looked like this is her spot. Right.
And it's probably me.
Like, what's the best time to come
coming right over to me? People do that to me all the time. That's how I knew I had to make this my career. People would come up to me and just be like, so, I don't know you. How does this look together?
Well, let's go over here, because I know they got some things over here to go with it.
Right. I'm not even gonna tell you how I low-key took this woman on a shopping date in the mall one day. And she was like, "You have been such a blessing." And I was like, it's my pleasure. And
you enjoy that type of work?
I do. It's like I said, man, I mean, you really get to see how vulnerable a person is sometimes when they allow you to just dress them. So it's like I said, it's a humbling experience. I appreciate that folks trust me with, their bodies and their images, because all I want to do is just make you look great.
And that's an awesome feeling. And I tell people, like, stay out the mall, do like a 30-day mall cleanse, and just even online shopping, because that could be just too much for you. But go into a thrift shop and just revamp some stuff. Wash it first, maybe twice, and then put it on. But you can definitely redo a lot of things that are in there. I love to go in there. Like, I always have a bag with me and get the messenger bags or awesome
You
place.
can find some really cool like fixings for your home as well. Like,
see, I try to stay out of that.
I do.
I'm scared of bed bugs.
I live for it, like cool paintings and stuff and mirrors.
Oh yeah, little accessories like that, but furniture. I'm
Oh
scared
yeah,
of
no.
bed bugs.
But you know what? I did get a desk. It was like $25, and we were gonna make it into like a nursery, like diaper changing station for my daughter. But we wound up getting one brand new. So my mom just repainted it, and it looks really, really nice.
Yeah, I remember my mother used to spend years in thrift shops, so
really
that is definitely like a part of my psyche. But we are out of time. 2 hours just seems to just melt. It just goes by so fast. Thank you so much, Sam, for stopping by. You're always welcome to come by.
Thank you for having
I would love to do a style show on here. So whenever you get that urge to say, you know what, I want my own radio show, you have a home here, because
you don't tell me that, because I'll be up in here tomorrow. Like, what is it?
And we got the time, we got the space. So you just let me know and we can hook that up for you.
Okay.
So go to newvintageBySam.com. Check her out. She's Sam Smith on Facebook and New Vintage on Instagram and Twitter as well, right?
It's New Vintage by Sam on
Vintage by
Instagram
Sam.
and Twitter. You can keep up with me. I have my Where is Sam post where you can catch up with me and see what I've got going on.
There we go. So thank you again, Miss Sam. We're going to get her to sign the wall, take our little end of shop
Yes,
picture.
I get to go home and get some
of these
chocolate
beats.
kisses. Yes, my bouquets and my king. All
Yes. And he's your biggest supporter too.
He is.
I've met him in a couple different venues, and you are definitely on his radar when he's supporting that business.
That's my best friend, man. I'm truly blessed. And, you know, it's the little things. I don't need much. You know what I mean? It's a little thing.
Thank you all. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 12 p.m. It is Hot Hour, Hot Topics. I say Hot Hour. Hot Topics day tomorrow. And some of the cast members of my production, Force Continuum, will be stopping by just to say hello, support the show, advertise the show. But definitely tune in tomorrow. We got some hot topics, some more awesome clips of the Actors Playground and the RL live interviews that we'll play on air for you. So definitely tune in tomorrow, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. here live on BeExposedRadio.com. Don't forget, if you missed this awesome interview with this young lady and Sharon as well, definitely go to our Be Exposed page and you can listen to the entire interview. Share it with all your crazy friends that talk way too much, because I want them to just blab away about how hot the Be Exposed Radio family is. Thank you again, Sam. We'll be right back tomorrow, 12 p.m., 2 p.m. here live on the Artist Exchange on BeExposedRadio.com. See y'all later.
Woo, yeah.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Are you? Throw it up, watch it all fall out. Blow it up, that's how we ball out. Throw it up, watch it all fall out. Blow it up, that's how we ball out.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's the Happy Hour Radio Show. It's your girl Mecca. Give it to you straight, no chaser. You can find